If I watch a movie, I generally try to take away two or three good points from that movie, sometimes a good story, but sometimes I just watch movies for the fun of it. This festive season, most of us are going to enjoy with our friends and family, but some of us are going to get stuck in our work, cannot get back home. For them, I am trying to make this video where I am going to share with you 10 movies. So the first movie is Pursuit of Happiness. This is a very popular movie, but I included this in my list because this is a great movie. If you have not watched it, you should definitely give it a try. It was released back in 2006 as an IMDb rating of 8. It's based on a real life story of a person, how he handles his financial situation, how was he in a big crisis with his finances, how he recovered, his family did not support him. I do not want to give too much away through this video, but if you have not watched Pursuit of Happiness, you should definitely give it a try. Okay, the next movie is The Imitation Game. The Imitation Game was released in back in 2014. It has an IMDb rating of 8.0. This is a movie based upon World War II. Personally, I love movies which are based on wars. I love history. So this movie tells how someone changed the course of the war with the help of his invention, how it stopped the Nazis. I will not give away much as promised, but this movie you should definitely watch. If you are an engineer or if you are into science, you will love this movie even more. The next movie is Kai Po Che. Kai Po Che was released back in 2013, has an IMDb rating of 7 something, but this movie is personally one of my most favorite movies. Talks about the time which we grew up in. I am personally a great cricket fan, so the World Cup is coming, the World Cup is going. So this you can watch and actually understand how what cricket meant to Indians back in the days. It's a great movie, not just about cricket. It also highlights a lot of political issues as well as social issues. So all in all, it's a great movie. Now the next movie is The Founder. The Founder is a movie based upon the story of McDonald's. It was released back in 2016, has a rating of more than 7 on IMDb. But this movie is actually pretty good because most of us in our 20s and 30s we think that we haven't achieved enough in our life, and here is a man in his 60s. He is selling his milkshake machines, and suddenly he gets an idea. He turns this big corporate McDonald's and changes his life, changes the whole world with this concept of real estate business, but a food business incorporated within it. The next movie is a series of 3 movies: Hangover 1, 2, and 3. These 3 movies I watched with my friends. This was released back in 2009, and in 2011, 2013. You will enjoy the 2 or 3 hours absolutely, because these 3 movies are have a lot of comedy in it. I love these 3 movies. You can only watch and understand. I will not give away anything from that movie. Now the next movie is Jobs. Jobs was released back in 2013, 2 years after the death of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a big inspiration for me. He is actually a grey character, not black and white. He has a lot of flaws in him. So that movie kind of highlights the life of Steve Jobs. It has a lot of flaws in the movie itself. Not all the facts are accurate, but there are many movies based on the life of Steve Jobs. But this movie, I felt, I have watched all of them, but this movie I felt it more sort of gave you the feeling of what Steve Jobs' life was about. It was about the passion of building the product and not about making money through the company. Obviously, making money was one of his motives as well, but building the product was his main goal. That sort of feeling expression is well described in the movie. So I like this movie a lot. So do give it a try. If you are into tech, you will definitely love this movie. Now the next movie is Talash. Talash was released back in 2012. It's a Hindi movie. It's has an IMDb rating of 7.2. It's a great movie. It actually shows you how incident in the past can affect your present life, present mental state. It's a great movie where uh, there is a police inspector. He gets into trouble sometimes because of a personal incident which happened to him a lot of years ago, a lot of family issues which he faces because of that incident. It's a great movie. I think this movie was uh, much less appreciated than it should have been. You can watch it if you want. I personally liked it a lot. Now the next movie is Catch Me If You Can. Catch Me If You Can was released back in 2002. It has an IMDb rating up to 8.1. It is by Leonardo DiCaprio. He is one of my favorite artists. Thing that I like this movie about is how a small boy who gets into trouble because who faces a lot of issues because of their parents' divorce. He sort of goes into wrong paths, starts making his own money, and how he does that you can watch and you understand. The FBI catches him after a lot of years, and the FBI also gives him a chance to work for the government and instead of serving the jail. So this also this movie highlights how he was alone during all these years. He did not have anyone to, although he was making a lot of money, but he did not have anyone to be with him. So this is a great movie. I loved it a lot. You can give it a try. Now the next movie is Terminal. Terminal was released back in 2004 and it has an IMDb rating of 7.4. Terminal is a very interesting movie. It is based upon a person who get stuck in the airport terminal. Like you come from a country, you say suppose you are coming from England, you come to India and you are stuck in the airport terminal because of national issues, because of visa issues. He was stuck in the terminal, and the movie is based on that only, and how he was stuck in the terminal for such a long period of time. This movie is great. You should definitely give it a try. I loved the movie. It was a lot different than any other movies I have ever watched. So you can definitely give it a try. Now the next movie is Badla. Badla was released back in 2019. It has an IMDb rating of 7.8. It's one of the best movies I have ever watched in Bollywood. It is by Tapsi Pannu and Amitabh Bachchan. So this movie is great. I'll not talk about much in this movie because it's a thriller, suspense thriller. So if I talk about something, you might get some spoilers. I do not want to spoil the movie for you. It's definitely worth giving a try. So that's it for this video. The festive season are coming, so I wanted to make a very short video about 10 movies you can watch. I hope you like the video. If you did, please make sure to like and share and subscribe and all that. And I will meet you in the next one.